What's up guys, what is up and welcome back to another video. Today we return and I have some really awesome For Honor footage from you guys. So Ubisoft was kind enough to fly me out to San Francisco the other week to actually get to play this game. I got to capture some of it and there will be some more videos coming out. But you're probably asking yourself, first off, Star, what the hell is For Honor? So pretty much For Honor, at least in this game mode is Dominion. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a sec. But in general, what For Honor is, it is 3 factions pitted against each other in combat in a variety of game modes and players and different amounts of players in each game mode, that type of stuff. Pretty much what it is, there are 3 factions. You have the Vikings, the Knights, and then the Samurai, and then these 3 are pretty much just engaged in mortal combat throughout these battles, and it makes for some really awesome gameplay. And how the gameplay unfolds is it's based around this kind of directional system that you might see there with the right stick. So pretty much what happens is that your attacks have one of 3 directions: up, right, and left. And now when you swing, the enemy does have a chance to block, and if they're holding the right stick in the same direction as the way that you're swinging, they'll be able to block your attack. However, if you're able to juke them out or something, then you can get a hit on them, and it does get more complex as well, but this isn't going to be a video going too much in depth about the complexities of the game. But through outmaneuvering and or outnumbering, because usually when you are outnumbered, the enemy will have the advantage simply from sheer numbers and being able to attack from different directions, that's when you're able to inflict damage to characters. Now in the game mode we are playing Dominion, there are 3 different capture points. Then the longer you hold on the points, the more points you get. I'm not sure if you got points for killing the enemy heroes as well, so don't quote me on that. There's also respawns. One thing with that is if you get killed, you get a respawn delay, kind of like League of Legends. You can't respawn for a certain amount of time. Here it's 12 seconds. One of your teammates can actually revive you. Here I'm stupid enough to respawn even when someone was reviving me, but your teammates are capable of reviving you. However, the enemy does have an option of doing an over-the-top execute. So after an enemy takes out all of your health, they can either let you just die and protect your dead body, or they can execute you. So if by dedicating a couple seconds of their time and going into this animation, which does make them vulnerable, what they end up doing is pretty much making you not be able to be revived, and also does add another 3 seconds on top of that respawn delay. However, back to the game, this is known as Dominion. So there are 3 objectives: A, B, and C. B is the central objective. That's where you see all these kind of little minions. These are just normal guys. They're not really going to be killing people, but it is cool getting to see like a huge battle formulate in the middle, and then you can kind of push the tides of that battle and utilize those to your advantage. But pretty much what you want to do is capture these points. When you concurrently hold a point, you'll get a plus 100 boost to your score. I believe it's first to 1,000, and then what happens is after you reach 1,000 points in Dominion, if you can wipe out the enemy team, you win. However, this is where the cool thing starts to happen. So when the other team has 1,000 points, you can't respawn. But if they have 1,000 points through something temporary, like holding all 3 objectives, if you can go and capture on those objectives, your team can begin to respawn again and hopefully fight back. It's just going to be a lot more of a struggle. Now, as you also hold an objective, what you can do is usually if an objective is yours, you can go to it, and there you can see you saw one of those executes. So here my respawn delay is a lot longer, and I cannot be revived by my teammates, which is very unfortunate. And if used right, can actually be a very strategic decision, which is really cool because there's actually a decent amount of strategy involved here, especially in this kind of 4v4 combat. It does make for some very interesting encounters, especially because when you have numbers on someone, odds are that they are going to die. Back to the objectives though, actively holding an objective, what you can do is if you are inside of an objective that you are holding that belongs to your color, what happens is you can actually heal inside of it, and you do heal. However, the enemy can't contest it. They can take it for themselves, that type of stuff. Here we are teaming up on an enemy who is contesting our zone, and we are attempting to, stop him, get him the hell out of there, and engaging in combats as we be. But pretty much what happened is they saw that we had numbers and they started to run. Here we kind of execute a little bit of a flank on this guy because there's a blue. I pretty much orchestrated at this point. No voice comms, unfortunately, of the team, but what I did orchestrate was I told, like, for example, one guy to go right, other guy to go left, and then we were able to kind of trap one of the guys. And here I'm actually able to revive my friend as well. I kind of derp out at first, but I am able to revive them, and I love the game. Like, I don't know what it is, and I'm sorry if I'm not the best at explaining it, but if you guys have any questions about the game, please in the comment section down below. I do urge you to go ahead and ask them. I'll do my best to answer those and hopefully address them in the next video as well, as there is more For Honor content to come, because I love this game. I'm very excited for it, and do expect more content as it does become available, and I'm definitely going to be playing this game And who knows, maybe I'll be like a goddamn MLG pro or something. However, back to the topic, kind of that I was talking about at the beginning of the video. Each team does have, I believe, 4 classes associated with it. I'm not entirely sure what they are, but today I am playing as the Vanguard, which is a class that is available to all 3 factions to my knowledge. They are slightly different and there are slight variations. So the Samurai Vanguard and, for example, the Knight Vanguard will look completely different. They'll use different weapons, but they will have a similar play style to themselves. And now the Vanguard is known for being a heavy hitter and a little bit more on the tanky side. And there was a 4th class playable in this demo, which was actually the Assassin. So a little bit less tanky, but a lot quicker. And I believe I'm actually going up against one of the Assassins here. And you can, if you're good as an Assassin, it's definitely a harder class to use. The cool thing is that the game actually does let you know the relative scale of difficulty that classes have associated with them. Here you can see the Samurai. I got saved last second, which was really close, but not the Samurai, but the class. I don't remember exactly what the class is called, but it's kind of like a ninja type thing. It's just a lot more quick on its feet, not as tanky, but it does best in kind of those hit and run types of deals, coming in as a support. Whereas as a Vanguard, you're kind of expected to tank some hits and actually engage into combat. Big thing in this game, though, is numbers. As I mentioned earlier, numbers are going to be huge, and that's why strategy is going to be huge. And ultimately, with the respawn delays and stuff, if you can properly use your numbers, I would slightly compare it to League of Legends in kind of like the ganking you can do, that type of stuff. Again, the jump on people. If you have numbers, you can do very well. That type of stuff. Here you can see the defenders rallied. So what happened is we got 1,000 points, but we had 1,000 points using the temporary points from holding an objective. So here we actually surpassed that again while holding 2 objectives, so they all respawn once, but whenever we have over 1,000 they do stop respawning, and then we just go in and try to take them out, that type of stuff. But here you'll just see us trying to take them down, hunt them down, and prevent them from rallying, which is a very cool and actually very tense end. And here, that guy is a sliver of health. I wanted to get him so badly, but he was able to escape our grasp slightly. And now, I didn't use any of my feats in this gameplay. You can see the feats start to unlock in the lower left-hand corner. I'm very sorry to say that I never got a chance to do that. Those do unlock as you progress in the game. The more you play and the more kills you do, pretty much you unlock more feats and the stronger you become. I don't know exactly what those do. They each have a D-pad association with them on a directional pad. I don't know what they do just because I totally forgot about it and kind of neglected it. But either way, I still think I had some pretty good gameplay here. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Like I mentioned earlier, definitely going to be more For Honor on the channel. If it's something that you are excited for, I urge you to subscribe. But other than that, this video is coming to an end. I do wish all of you a fan-freaking-tastic day. May the Samurai, or I don't know, who? Okay, I gotta ask. This is the question for the comments, I guess. What's your favorite faction out of the 3? Maybe you're really new to this, you don't know the factions too well, but the Samurai, the Knights, or the Vikings? I'm kind of curious. Personally, I'm a sucker for the Samurai, right? Those guys, they are just pure badasses, right? I don't know what it is. They're just awesome. I don't know. I love it. I'm a sucker for Samurai just because I don't know why. I don't know why. But let me know in the comment section down below regarding that. And hopefully you did enjoy the video. Hopefully you enjoyed the For Honor gameplay. Like I said, more to come. Definitely going to play this game as the open/recordable beta and stuff comes out. And also as the actual game comes out, expect plenty more content. And I really hope you guys do enjoy it. Whether you're new to the channel or used to watching other stuff, this is a game that I'm personally very excited for. And I really hope you guys are as well. But other than that, that's going to do it for me. As always, I wish all of you a fan-freaking-tastic day. And I will see you in the next one.